something to be said for that mentality that allows you to have a little bit less pressure on your shoulders.
And so it begins. Very good odds, unsurprisingly, for paiN on this one. But it is an interesting prospect and one that's hard to gauge when you have a clear underdog. It's not necessarily a case of will they, but could they? And I honestly don't know what my own answer is to that. It was a very pleasant surprise to see how paiN dealt with G2 on that second map yesterday, especially in overtime. You know, self-awareness is super important. MZeno is clearing the ramp. Could they? Yes. Will they? Probably not in the first round of this series then. NQZ's got much to do. Ace required. Ace denied after one frag.
Mongols off to a good start then on Nuke here. And to quickly go over the maps in terms of the win percentages and so on. Obviously, the teams are playing different qualities of opponents. The Mongols are playing tier 1 opponents pretty consistently. But in the last 3 months on Nuke, you know, they're at 50% with 6 maps played. And for paiN, they are 80% with 5 maps played. So definitely a comfortable map for both teams for sure.
Did you go to an event in Mongolia, or was that Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan.
Oh man, I want to go to both. I'm so curious to see
for
sure. What the Counter-Strike scene is like, considering the players and the teams that we have coming out of those places, but we don't really know much about them. You know, it's easy to do like a mini documentary in Europe or North America, but people don't really, like English speakers, if you will, don't really know anything about those scenes. And you know, if I had it my way, I would send a crew out to find out what about the LAN cafes and so on. Like when we started doing our leagues in Los Angeles instead of doing them in London, I went to the LAN cafe where nothing used to play. It doesn't exist anymore, but I went there and played Counter-Strike at the cafe where he used to when he was a young lad, which I quite enjoyed. You know, little exploration and lore like that. It was almost an industrial estate. But yeah, the likes of Kazakhstan and Mongolia, I want to go and find out for myself what the scene is like over there, what the accessibility is like. Well, there'll be some damage with the stock weapons here. Minimal damage done for the CT squad, so they'll be fine with that. But we've seen after success at big events, you know, crowds waiting at the airport, like the government is aware of what's going on and so on. So I want to see the roots. I want to see the lifeblood. I want to see where the pulse is.
Well, now finally the pulse is going to start to rise, I think, in this match. We've got the full buy round for both sides. With that said, you know, Techno still on the MP9. No AWPs out just yet, but see the typical counter utility there. The T's actually throwing a lot of smokes outside.
Oh, that's so
good catch there from Pyria through the door. Unpunished so far. Zero really wants to try to equalize, but actually gives himself up to the Galil. So that's a 5v4 or 5v3 early in favor of Payne Gaming here as they try to make this T side convert.
So much time to capitalize on this. And they're really careful in these scenarios. They don't turn the heat up too much. They don't run too quick. They're not looking to make a mistake and throw their advantage away. So one spotted outside, basically keeping the CTs honest while they still have time. But they are spread very, very thin. It's going to be so difficult for them to support each other. Again, Snow looking to be a nuisance, and be a nuisance he will. Death by paper cut for the remainder of the Mongol squad. See what Techno is able to do. Second duel will be one too many. Get confidence in the squad as well, being very vocal there, paiN. That will be necessary to topple the likes of Mongols.
Pretty clean round too. I mean, nice adjustment there from Snow outside. And paiN looking pretty sharp right from the get-go here. Getting that first T round on the board as early as this is pretty threatening, but 9-10 pulls out the AWP now. So we'll see what dynamic shifts we'll get. It's going to be a garage position to start off with. Looking outside. but they would get the T-smokes looking to obscure some of the vision. And you can see there's no movement. You gotta be very careful about these timing HEs. You can see it's got a double layered there. You think as a T, maybe that first HE is it, and you can move safely, but there's a second one. And it looks like paiN are very aware of this. So this is that slow T side that you're talking about, James, that can help to pay off for them.
If 910's able to find something while there's time, that could be in their favor. If he can offer them a nasty surprise and they still have map control, if, say, ramp is not compromised and there's space for him to rotate, then there's great potential. So look at that utility towards the ramp. It's going to pull that second CT out of position, but the ultimate play is over towards A. Very simple, but could be very effective if they can win these duels. 910 is able to land and deliver the shot. That will leave NQZ in 1 versus 2. 30 seconds. He has a chance. Making his way through. There's the first one. 20 seconds, and then maybe MZN will start to sweat now. He's got the UMP. Perhaps he'll get an upgrade on the rotation. See if that small detail is able to pay off for paiN. Now, where is MZN? Elevated himself pretty quickly. Was he spotted there, though? Awkward for both, but NQZ is able to deliver. That was a key one for paiN. Again, very simple. Some well-timed utility towards the ramp. Pulls one of the players off the A bomb site to rotate for support. I think that might have been 910. He's still able to get back towards A to stop the bomb site from being fully taken. But the duel's ultimately won by paiN, and I think this might break the Mongols for the time being.
What a great clutch from NQZ. A 1v2. It's always a good sign when your team is winning clutches. And they just have to convert now against these pistols. Outside smokes again to obscure the plan. Plan is hidden behind the Iron Curtain. I'm subtly rooting for paiN a little bit just because I kind of believe in this roster.
It's nice when you see hard work pay off. Like a team's clearly putting in an effort and has attention to detail. You want to see that succeed versus mad fraggers. A little more elaborate. It's subtle, but a little more elaborate than simply surging into a site.
Going for the upper hits here. Using that U-tilt to good effect. But these picks are a little bit slow, and that's going to maybe be painful. It does buy some time for the other CTs to rotate into position. Still, though, the weaponry advantage should hopefully be enough here for paiN. They are taking losses, though. 3 versus 3, still 30 seconds, so it's not too desperate. And they're going for a plant. Now, this is still quite a winnable round here for the Mongols as they rally the forces in lobby. There is an AK collected by Techno. NQZ doesn't want to allow him to hold on to that one, is able to take him down. It's a really important kill, but another frag had here. NQZ once again delivering with the wallbang. And now a 1 versus 1, AK versus AK here. There's a defuse pressure. The peak has to come through, and it's going to be a wrap, but that was damage and a half. A lot more damage than paiN wanted to receive.
Yeah, it looked like a crazy wallbang. I think it might have been bigger Zero on the other side, but it was a good rotation from Techno there. He knew they dropped a T in the hut, so rotated over from Squeaky to collect that rifle. Really tried to squeeze everything they could from that one. We'll see. paiN looking good early, and that's good from the perspective of having a competitive map as they're the underdog, series even. So we've seen good stuff here. We've seen good team play. Yeah, it was bigger Zero from a different angle. So we've seen good team play. We've seen individual prowess and clutching. So yeah, paiN are ready. They're not. I think they're beyond the nervous stage. They know they are capable, and they are showing that at the moment. They have made a beautifully awful start for Mongols, which is exactly what you want at the beginning of Nuke.
Yeah, it can be so hard to get going once CT's establish a lot of economy. So, yeah, these are precious rounds early here for paiN, for sure. Now, the M4's come out. No AWP is available due to the money limitations. But NQZ on the other side for paiN will have the AWP. So that's going to be a change of how some of these rounds might be played out here. The dedicated AWPer for the team. Here once again looking for these openings from door, and he's going to go down the vent, but hello, there's Techno right there on the ladder. He's like, what are you doing?
I think Mongols were so unlucky when Blitz jumped over past Squeaky, hit the wall and got wrecked in an earlier round. They didn't give up that frag. Who knows how this start might have been. And he'll be traded outside in round 6. Now, is this a one and done spot for 9-10? He is being looked for. Oh, what a trigger discipline! He almost got 3! That's definitely an over-delivery from him. Mega work. Mega work. They were even covering the possibility, but he was in a position to win. That's a huge round for Mongols early. Look at an AWP as well if they want it. Where are you off to? Can't park there, sir.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for paiN. Definitely put them pretty far back in this round. As did that. But 3-3. Economy is kind of broken now for paiN. They have the hero AK. It is a force buy. So getting the bomb down is always very nice to be able to do on a round like this. See if they can do it. Looking to mostly be in lobby at the moment. And that is smoked off the entrance to ramp, so it's going to be a hard way through onto ramp. Maybe not. That's a headshot. It's a very nice headshot from NQZ.
Question mark. There is some potential. He's just walking around in a box like Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
Oh, he's been spotted.
That exclamation mark.
Oof. Oh! All right then. There's so much potential in these awkward situations. WP is still in existence here in the hands of VSM. We'll see if he's got anything, if he'll even be needed. Cobra Zero stuck on the bomb site with the bomb. I suppose they're coming. Well, I think he's just baited his teammate there. Who's going to peek first then? Do they go together? Do they have any idea where he is? Oh, wow. VSM totally sacrificed himself. He died for his country. He just wanted to pull the crosshair away so the trade is all but guaranteed. That is so smart. Just think about that at home, what he just did there. He just wanted to get as far away from his teammate as possible so the AK could do what needs to be done. Genius. The sacrificial lamb right there. Put him on a plate.
Yeah, that was a really nice round from paiN. And once again, NQZ is the guy that has to get these clutch frags right at the end with the AKs. And he's going to get his AWP back. So the AWP has exchanged hands a few times now. And here he is on top of the silo. Seeing if he can find anything. The Mongols, a little bit worse for wear on the buy, but it is the Mongols after all. So I'm sure that they'll be able to turn this into something. Just got to give them an opportunity to do so. Cautious approach outside once again. I mean, we saw how much damage the Mongols did with basically nothing in a round like this. So 3 M4s at Eagle, 5-7. It's very dangerous. And the lobby position is now under attack potentially. CT's looking to split into this. VSM seems ready, but he's going to get double peeked here. He needs some assistance. The spray transfer is not enough.
You can see he's holding the off angle to avoid the pre-fire as well. But his teammate was unable to support him. Only Cobra's lost. So 3 remain for paiN. They have good map control though. That's the bomb spotted, making its way down towards Secret. See Techno keeping a keen eye on things. No nades to throw. They just want the information. Pistols putting themselves in dangerous positions as we head to the sub 30-second mark. There is a Molotov to throw, but it won't be where these players are standing. They have time to clear out the bomb site. Can they get a crossfire going? Mzino with the Deagle will be good enough for 1. And there are rifles on the way. 14 seconds to plant the bomb. There's the cover from the AWP. Gone. He can't plant. There's no way he plants the bomb now. There is absolutely no way. He is done for. Running out of bullets as well. Oh, does he have a chance? I can't believe he's actually found a way to make this work. 3 frags. So, oh no, he hasn't. Woo! Down to the wire. Man. My God.
Oh no, like that's crazy. That is so crazy. It's going to be milliseconds of difference to making that plant or not. That was so close. Again, these rounds seem to be the most difficult for paiN to win. You know, perhaps they're giving, you know, maybe they need to speed up the pace or there's a change that they need to make in that respect. I think in part, I think it is partly because Mongols are very, very good at, I mean, they're extremely lethal and very fast themselves. But either way, we'll see what NQZ can do. He did obviously get to save this AWP. Good trade though, VSM again with a Tech 9. And that's a couple guns that can be collected, but Mzinho might have other ideas here as he comes back in with the FAMAS from Secret. Is this checked? This must be checked, or it will be very, very difficult for paiN. It was not checked.
I was wondering if there might be a flash for him, depending on positions and utility, for Cobra to peek from the stairs. I don't think anyone else on paiN's going to have the sheer prowess that NQZ does on the AWP, so that was a really important frag, considering that AWP is still in the hands of paiN. A lot of time here, and there is some guesswork. There is a gamble. Snow dropping Cobra. All right, what else have you got, Snow? 2 remain. Now, the CTs have a better idea as to where the Ts are, but there's a reasonable chance that paiN are in a 2 versus 1. So does Snow go in first? Is VSM ready to trade? Oh, they're going a long way with 30 seconds. This is going to be very, very close.
I think from a positional standpoint, though, this should actually end up being the best move. But like you say, the one trade-off is time. So at least they're not going to be close to Techno. They can guaranteed get the bomb down. Well, okay, a kill on Techno. That is great work from Snow. And Mzinho needs to go up the vent. Here he goes. He is in the open, but Snow wasn't ready to trade just yet.
Oh my days.
He comes around. That's a great shot again. I don't know if I'm ever thinking of him as an AWPer, but maybe I should. He hit some excellent shots that round. I think that's 3 kills with the AWP.
Man like Snow. Let's go. I think we saw a desk punch there as well. That first frag was so sick from NQZ. Like, you got to take some risks there. Completely exposed to Garage. I mean, he had the man dem behind him as well, but Snow is just putting in work. He was like, yeah, look at me. NQZ, take this Galil, boy. Take this Galil.
I think this is the same AWP that was bought in like round 3 as well, or whatever it was. It's just kind of traded hands. I think only one AWP's been bought this whole game, but it's just been, going from team to team. I'm pretty sure. It's done some damage, man. It's racked up some kills.
That would be an interesting stat to have.
Right.
Maybe it wouldn't be an interesting stat to have, but you could have it, so why not?
True. I'd be interested. Faster pace against the pistols. We talked about that, James, maybe, that that could be a response potentially, because these slow rounds against pistols have been problematic. Obviously, there's more ways to deal with that than just pace. But let's... Oh, okay. There's a trade at least.
Every round is dangerous in this game of Nuke. Every round's been winnable, viable, regardless from what we've seen so far. I'm going to write an email to Valve. But before I do that, let's see what happens here. We're going straight through the smoke. 910 is running distraction. Now can there be trigger discipline for Blitz? He's got threats in multiple directions. Thinning the numbers out, but it's down to a 2-on-2. Pyria spotted. He's the bomb carrier. They know where the objective is, but they don't necessarily know where VSM is.
Zinio. He is desperately looking for shots there. And Techno revealing his position, lurking in the vents. Okay, you can't go down there, VSM. Managed to grab the C4. There's not much choice for VSM. This looks very, very difficult. No time to pull it off. And it's another one of these pistol rounds. I mean, Mongols just shouldn't buy guns, James.
Oh!
How does no one die there?
Oh, that is crazy. And yeah, two very capable teams. This is interesting. How often do you see this many rounds fought 4.5 of Nuke with these half buys, these pistols, and so on?
I mean, I'm not totally surprised that you can make a round look really good on Nuke with the pistols on the CT side, but I'm surprised that the Mongols are, I think, winning every single one of them, except the one. I think the first one, it was like a 1v1 clutch or something like that. But that was with the worst buy. They had almost entirely USPs. So this does seem problematic if you're payN. They could, in theory, be up so much. If they could have converted those rounds, it would be an enormous difference. It would be like 8-2 right now.
Yeah, lots of potential in this series. Well, in this map. Probably this series. It looks like a well-matched match. Although historically, the Mongols have twice as many wins over paiN as paiN do over the Mongols, map-wise. And a fair amount of the time, the Mongols will smash paiN. But this is probably the best paiN that they've played just yet. Mzino fighting for his life at the back of the ramp. But Pyria will put him down and they'll create some space for themselves. Nice smoke towards Hell, but Cobra will find a great angle through that smoke. There's Snow on 6 HP. There may be issues here for the squad. That's one of the high health rifle players remaining dispatched of NQZ. Oh, that timing worked for VSM. Is he ready for another one though? They're all here in fact, but so is the bomb. He needs to win that duel, but he's not aware of that third man. How could you be? So it's down to Snow then, hiding in plain sight with a Glock because he gave his rifle to VSM when he had 100 HP. Oh! Well then, he's got one jiggle to rule him all. He's made it out of the corner. Oh, the coin flip. Man, he didn't expect him to get that far. He's enjoying himself.
These rounds are pretty wild, I gotta say. An uncomfortable game, I think, for everybody. To 5. Mongols somehow ahead right now. And the full Tech 9s for paiN. I don't know if we've seen them on full Tech 9s like this so far in this half, but see what they can do with it. Couple players ready to receive a push there in wrap. And Cobra Zero, he's going to just block this then, and he's going to take one straight in the face for doing so. And the lower bomb plot looks quite likely, but 910 here to cause problems. Smoke, that will be quite helpful. As will the HE here for 910, nailing VSM to the wall with the AWP.
Yeah, that was a crucifixion. See what is left in this half for paiN then. Perhaps not much as they enter a 2v4 situation. Tech9s though are capable of many a tragedy. Snow charging through with the knife, but he won't get there in time. So Mongols will take the last one at halftime. A very exciting game of Nuke so far.
It's F-Flex on the beat.
Welcome back to the ESL Pro League. We are here with Sage 2, and we have an exciting second half of the first map between Payne Gaming and the Mongols coming right up here on Nuke. It was a very surprising half where, I mean, Payne Gaming had an excellent T-side, except when it came to dealing with the ecos. They couldn't convert against Mongols with pistols. I don't think you should be too surprised with that, but it does leave us at a 7-5 advantage here for the Mongols as we kick things off on Nuke for the second half.
Let's see if Payne can have a better showing then on this pistol. They've got enough of them. It's no surprise performance of the AWP in the first half of Nuke. Mirage to come, and Inferno for Decider is required. And Zeno is so quick with this Glock. Apuria will equal. Love the hop out there from Techno, bouncing off the roof to avoid getting headshot and delivering one himself. Mongols looking to be strong again with the pistols. NQZ trying to do what he can. I feel like these Julie buys don't often get as much done as you might expect. Maybe one pistol's better than two. Maybe HE. ESM then in the clutch. Pulling out the Julies. Let's see if he is ready. He's got two to find. They're playing a bait. Will they both show? Oh, he hears the footsteps then. Oh, he could catch them both! In the red, 9-10, run for your life! Oh, he's not been able to round the corner, but he has wasted enough time. Trust VSM to find the clutch. But this time, not the defuse.
Hey, the dualies actually didn't look too bad in that situation. But yeah, I do see your meaning with it. But it was a very nice take from the Mongols. VSM definitely made it look very doable here, though. When he had a kit.
Gonna VSM.
That's true. Oh, VSM going to get an M4A1S. As will Bigazera, so, you know, full force buy. We'll see what they can do with it. I mean, it was so successful for the Mongols, who currently might be making quite the pace towards ramp. Does get stalled out, though, by the CT smokes. A nice setup here between VSM and NQZ. Here, VSM trying to bait. Trying to suggest that it's just a USP, guys. Come on.
Nothing to see here. Come in, the water's warm. Julie's running distraction. The real surprise is VSM 3-on-2. This is doable for Payne. Maybe the back and forth from the first half will continue between Payne and Mongols. Tough angle to walk into, because you're exposed to so many different places. Where is that other CT? Ask Mongols. Are they committed to the A-bomb site together? Is he in heaven? Oh, Snow's going to play the long game and wait for his teammate. He's wondering where that second player is. Oh, he's immediately spotted by 9-10. Spatial awareness is off the chain. His teammate's ramp, the only choke point he can be seen from is the window. Immediately ready for it. Because Zero tries to run distraction then. 9-10's ready for the last as well. 3 frags for him. So smart though. All the doors closed. Teammates ramp. Only one place to look.
Okay, well, this is an interesting spot now because this was the kind of position where you would have expected Payne to kind of run away with things on the first half, but they weren't able to. They kind of just got locked into this round for round battle. For the Mongols, you know, we would expect them to be able to convert here, most likely, and then it could just be game over or nuke, despite all of the good work Payne have done. So they need to find some value in this round if they possibly can. We'll see what they're able to do. But outside control, certainly not going to be with them.
It's not ideal. Footsteps may be heard by Zeno. Beautiful work. Nice angle clearance there. Less good angle clearance on that occasion. And now there's maybe damage to be done. Things are starting to turn around. Well, they have turned around very, very quickly indeed.
Ooh. Forcing the action there with that Molotov. Mzinio with the 1v4 clutch. The bomb out there in the yard is definitely not a good spot. He's still got to go back for it. Got to clear everything. So exposed. Gonna go straight into the garage there. Where's the trade fragger? Mzinio is looking for it, and it's going to be a clutch there for paiN. And just, again, we were talking about it. Like, you gotta, they kind of needed to pick this round up, and they are elated. Now this really gives them a shot to instead come back in this new game.
Really smart. Just bigger zero. Like, Cobra was not expecting someone to be there, not peeking, looking in the correct angle as well, and that changes everything. NQZ had made a split-second decision not to trade when his first teammate was lost in the garage. I think he had like 9 HP, so probably felt like he was almost guaranteed to get dropped there. So he waits and makes a later play and allows his teammates to get into position to trade off of his death. So again, paiN keep making these really fast decisions to put themselves in positions to win, clawing back versus Mongols. And it's so good to see as well a team like paiN capable of all of this. The hard rounds, the difficult rounds, the unlikely rounds. So important when it's down to winning and losing a game. But again, the back and forth continues. Mongols abusing their numbers and opening on ramp. Suddenly they've got a lot of map control and 2 AKs in what is otherwise a pistol round.
And he's kind of backing to spawn there as well, which really lengthens his rotation. And he's, wanting to be very safe in case he gets overwhelmed by the pistols if they were to go upper, but they're going lower. Creeping, and Snow, once he gets contact, and Kizzy can reposition, as contact here would certainly signal what's going on.
"25 seconds to plant the bomb." CTs are starting to rotate over, committing to this one. This is such an awkward angle for Snow to peek, though. He can be pre-fired there all day. So how do they get into the bomb site? Oh, what kind of a bounce is that? Very awkward indeed. Still need to make their way through the door, though. Blitz can get sprayed up there. He's just running around being a nuisance. Snow in the red once more, able to deal with Blitz. Snow is having a life game right now. 14 frags, but the nature of these frags, the clutch hits with the AWP, dealing with that position while low as well, like, he is playing really well.
Yeah, those were crazy shots. I was looking at that round state, and I'm like, in the 2v2, I'm like, there's no way that they win this. And then Snow just swings out and just deletes the last 2 players, makes it look very easy indeed. And that's 7-9 now for paiN, as they only have 2 more to go to get an even game. And Cobra Zero is going to be the hero AK for the Mongols side for now. But full utility, full everything for the CT side now, even an AK-47 for Snow. So this is going to be, or it should be, a little bit more straightforward of a round for the paiN side, although there hasn't really been very many straightforward rounds, and I think that continues because it's gets domed.
You can't hold angles versus Mongols. NQZ's got to be careful as well. There is a Tech9 player close who may be up to some risk taking. Oh, Blitz has found angles as well. Oh, okay, that makes up for the miss earlier on. And now surely his team are going to stream up there and pick up some more weapons. The dream is collapsing for paiN in round 17.
It's just these pistols, man. And okay, you're talking about Snow having a crazy game. He could win this round for his team right here. Is there any util to make his life more difficult? The spray, the movement is very awkward. Just evading all of those bullets. But still, a 2v3 here for the remainder of paiN. Of course, the bomb is going to go down. Piria. Ooh, that was very close. It's going to be able to sneak out here, but he is expected. And Bigger Zero, it's all he can do to save the M4. Another just devastating round, and the money's not great for the CT side. With the AWP saved, they could certainly buy up next round, and it might look okay, but they're going to be lacking utility. back to the 1400 loss bonus. Uh-oh. This is actually lol. The worrying for Bigger Zeros. They surely want to get the AWP out of his hands, or no, they're going to give it up.
That's nasty. But I gotta say, I think 9-10 is the last person you want to be walking towards on this server. He ain't trying to lose any jewels right now. This is a stressful one. We've seen more frustration on the Mongol side, I feel like, in terms of the body language. But it's a pretty tight game.
Yeah. It feels like the Mongols have the edge, not just because they're ahead, but just kind of, I think, the nature of how they're winning rounds. It's kind of like you said, you can't hold angles against them. I don't know if the approach just needs to be a little bit different in terms of how you are playing the angles. Just don't be on some of these pre-fire angles and play the util game a little bit differently, or being more aggressive somewhere. I'm not sure what the precise adjustment might be that paiN will choose, but it certainly feels like the Mongols are ready to kind of just burst through and just win this game of Nuke right now. They really have the paiN economy on the ropes. You would need another crazy round from paiN. Can they do it again?
Three rounds behind our paiN on their CT side. Third match of 4 today. If you're joining us late, we're only halfway through. There's a lot of CS to come. Korea will be pulling out the MP7 in this round. It's still weird to me that people are actually using the MP7. Snow again. It was Bigger Zero who finds 3 through the smoke. God angle from him onto Squeaky. And wow, I mean, what else is there to say? Mzino, we'll see if he can keep the CT spending. Money's a bit here and there for Mongols. But that is exactly what the doctor ordered. Straight into the veins. Bomb down the vent as well. I'm not sure if that's even been seen by the CTs, considering the nature of these frags.
It's kind of funny because, paiN have this moment where it's like, okay, we got to win this round. Like the rounds have been hard. And then I think the Mongols are like, okay, if we just hit them with something we haven't done yet, which is like a mega super fast pace upper hit, they're not going to expect that timing.
A few moments later.
They got owned. Absolutely owned.
Yeah, we might be here for a while.
A stroke of luck for paiN, actually.
One eternity later.
I hope you've got more of those, because we are still going to be here for a while. My word.
Much later.
Wonderful. That bomb's going to start rusting, I think, before this round is finished. Good decision from Mzino, though. He's the one with no money whatsoever, so it's important that he holds his shit together and spawn and stares at the walls. What?
They're loving it.
Yeah, I mean that's so, like, what more could you ask for? That's exactly the round they needed. Beautiful work.
Fully blinded as well. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, I think you said this earlier too. You can't expect any round to be a given, and because none of them have been in this matchup so far. So it's going to be interesting to see what the complexion of this round looks like. Because they're with the AK upgrades. Pretty passive outside for the CT side. They've got more defenders in the upper bomb side at the moment. Now, Are we walking behind the smoke or are we not?
Oof.
Give
So
it
weird when the nade goes off and you see the head go back. This catches me off guard. Giving util to the guys in the back. Try to stream in a very quick pace from Mongols in round 19. NQZ being very patient, making sure he delivers the goods there. That's why he's got the AWP. Just reminding Snow who the boss is.
Another 1v5.
Untouched.
And it's so interesting,
500
James.
HP, Dan. They haven't taken a single bullet. Look at them.
Yeah. It's perfect. Perfect.
I don't know if I've seen that before on the buy rounds where like they're fully fighting the other side and they end the round completely untouched, like in a buy round. That's weird.
What's really interesting to me here as well is that we see that Mongols lose these last 2 rounds by going very, very fast. I think the slower pacing rounds, they seem to get more done and they get some more kind of fights that they want. So we'll see if anything changes there. They're going fast here. Once again, they got the hero AK. It's just about getting bodies in front of Cobra Zero to get the trade in. Now the AK is gone and it looks like another relatively easy round for paiN here, assuming that Techno's unable to do much more. 50 health, AK upgrade, but he's stuck in ramp.
There's potential here. He can clutch this. Should he? Probably not, but it's possible. Because it seems that he could be outside. As far as the CTs are concerned, he had 2 players lower and 1 in the lobby. So he could be outside. He could be heaven. If he's outside, he can wrap on the A-bomb site. The longer... Oh, beautiful. Yeah, the more time goes on, the more places he can be, so they have to check. It's information on where one CT is, and that's the information on the other one. He's got the info now. Just trying to get those jewels. That was the scary one, but they will come out on top, paiN.
And you know what? I mean, for them, it's not too bad that they took damage there. We're almost at the end of regulation, and they won 2 rounds, I think, with at least 4 or 5 players left alive. So they're going to have a decent bank available. I'm not sure if the AWP was pick-upable at the end of the rounds. I don't think that it was. I forget where it went down, but either way, the Mongols take a timeout now. And double AWP. Ooh. That's either going to be awesome, James, or it's going to be a horrible fail. It's like, I feel like it can't go, any other way.
Is this an ego thing for VSM? Because, we saw Snow do well with the AWP. Is he like, now I can do this too. I got this, guys. Let me have a go. I'm joking. I'm curious where this second AWP goes.
Well, that's what I was going to mention is that, VSM typically has been playing ramp and he's been getting kind of abused by the pre-fires on ramp into the position that you AWP from. So I'm very interested to see how that will go, because you'd imagine he's going ramp and then NQZ is going to make his presence known outside. You want to sort of seesaw the opponents into where the other AWP is.
So let's see how quick his reaction time is.
He's got to get one and then force him to redirect. That would be the god play for VSM there.
Oh, that could have been a few. Not sure if people got tagged by the AWP or by the HE. Probably the HE there. He has reset the situation.
Oh.
Yeah, that's unfortunate timing for him. Fortunate for Mongols, though. Snow spots some problems there. This is awkward around the B-bomb sites, but they are committed, Mongols. They've made their way all the way in, going for a quick plant once again. Now, how do paiN respond to this? 500 HP versus the remainder of Mongols.
They don't have much space to T side. They really need to hold on to decon. Heavy investment with 2 players set up. 3 CTs coming through. The sprays are had, and this 1v1, 910 against Pyria is massive. There's the flash that's going to force 910 to get out the door, and he's going to reposition into VSM. Perfect work from VSM so far. 1 more player, top ramp, and Pyria does all the damage. And paiN with a great retake there in an otherwise awkward scenario.
That was a great round, and it was actually great observing as well. Props to the observers for that one. That angle on Decon was fantastic, so you get your flowers as well. But this is such an interesting game between these squads, like the rounds we're seeing and so on, and they're so close. There's so many windows where either side could take it. Get some of the AWP. You can see the flashbang went too far for the guys in the corner. But still, they come out on top. 3 AKs on the CT side now. As we are at the business end of the shotgun. Not everyone's going to make it here.
And paiN take the lead. Again, it's been a while. Slow walk. T-Red to Secret. It's a very turbulent journey. Wow. Okay, Blitz. Did he just kind of line it up somehow and just let it rip? That's a crazy pick to get. paiN might be in a bit of trouble here. Oh, he
crept through the corner. Yeah, looking for him to be spraying over to the left, punishing the position. That's a super smart play. 1 minute on the clock as VSM will show presence in the defense of B. Door open, he's in the smoke. He might be stuck here. I don't think they heard the tag. What a weird position to be in. Oh, they faked the bomb plant. But he's still able to catch Mzino. There will be a trade. Numbers not great for paiN. Money's not bad, though. The same cannot be said for Mongols. That's a really important molly for them. Cobra checking the left, but not as deep as he thinks he might be checking it. Period will be dealt with by Techno. Oh, these Mongols players are absolute savages. This one might be over. Snow looking to hold on to his M4 if he can. He has got a kit.
You can force someone to, like, more to die. That's actually pretty good. Oh my god, he's going for the ninja. I'd love to see that. Respect. Oof, the Mongols making it super tight here. Very nice pick found outside. Just like you said, a very intelligent way to capitalize on the spraying CT player. This play had so much. VSM actually gets, I think he gets one bullet off before he dies and it's a headshot. 11-11 now, though. Full money on both sides. AWP on both sides. All to play for.
It's going for that continuation. Oh my god, that flick from NQZ! Is there any way he escapes this? Yes! Posted up once again. Oh, those are the most satisfying flicks with the AWP. The whole mouse pad.
Getting out too is so important for paiN. And it does make the round slow down as well, because they can't get that ramp space that they could maybe have otherwise gotten. And now Mongols slow it right down, see if there's any picks to be had. And now they're starting to make their way outside as well, gaining some space there. An upper split looks like the play here. Big Azira, very important for him to hold this position. Picks up the first player. Surely he's got to be expecting there to be potentially more here.
He's got so much info. Techno's made an error there. But Blitz might be able to make amends. Down to a 2-on-2. Oh, the timing of that smoke, and NQZ gets his bell rung through the wall. NQZ being alive is a problem at all times. This is going to be a really important duel. The crouch peek from Pyria won't be enough. Still surviving is Blitz. 1v2 NQZ. No, he's got precious time to find that 1v1, but 9-10 is ready for it. The Mongols go one ahead.
This is a very entertaining game of Nuke. I gotta say, not playing out how I thought it would. paiN taking a timeout now. They've only got one chance now to get to overtime to win this one. And they failed to do it. They're gonna go map down against the Mongols here. And they're gonna have to make it into a 3-mapper if they want to hope to win this series. Very, very challenging. but already punching above their weight, I think it's fair to say here, James.
Yeah, this is great. A new level for paiN. A consistent new level as well. Honestly, some of the matches to get this far have been challenging, have been difficult, have been very demanding. And here they are. Let's see if they've got what it takes. Double MP7 on the CT side of Nuke. There's a lot of firepower taken away from paiN. We've been playing a very even game, fragging wise. Oh. It's hard to get anything past the Mongols. They've seen it before. AQZ down to 15. Into the welcoming hands of 9-10. That is a very big pickup in the vacuum of this round when you look at what paiN are carrying.
Need a hero play now. Superior. Able to convert, upgrade to an AK-47. A minute to go. This positioning outside is very intimidating. Mongols have been really good in these slower rounds. Working all the space on the map.
Yeah, they're in hell. They're basically in B. But they do need to collapse somewhere. They do need to find the kills. Position is one thing. Finding the frags is quite another. Zera is over towards B as well. Now that is a perfect flash, but VSM finds a way. There's more coming. His teammate has an angle. But Blitz goes elsewhere. 3-on-3, 15 seconds. It might be down to Zera for this one. With the M4, bomb to his left, Blitz to his right, but the awkward movement keeps him alive. And that'll burn enough time for the bomb plant to be attempted, but it's too late now. There was no time to fake. He had to commit to it. There was no other choice.
Wow. The blind kill with the SMG. Oh, man. VSM absolutely delivering a very pivotal frag because that forced the rotation back down to lower. They weren't confident to continue going upper. After this kill, that's ridiculous. And Snow dropping in like Santa down the chimney with the FAMAS. Insane.
Promising start for Mongols. Going QZ always finds a way to escape. I think most people might just go straight into the wall there, fully blind. Even if he is escaped, I don't think paiN will escape from a loss in this round. Mongols come through to this one angry. 3 unanswered frags. I mean, because you might want to save here.
Yeah, it seemed like paiN just weren't ready. Weren't sort of just... Because we've seen a lot of rounds where paiN are able to kind of read the action and sort of just be prepared for pretty much everything that's coming at them. And this round, they sort of seemed a little bit out of position, a little bit unawares. And that's fatal against the Mongols, that's for sure. The Mongols looking to pick up the first round of overtime. So NQZ trying to hold on to this AWP. Very important. Big kill from Cobra to take it away.
If one player survives, they'll be okay, I think. Hard off maths.
Terrorists win.
As far as AWP purchases are considered. Mongols looking really sharp. But again, paiN are up for the challenge. That's why we're here. I love how when you start going into overtimes, I say plural, things start to change. You see different looks from teams. It's like there's a mental barrier broken as a new space with new ideas. We saw that from paiN against G2. And they were the aggressors on the T side.
Techno. It's going to get caught by Snow here. And this is exactly what paiN needed. They're ahead of the push. They're ready for it. Getting that kill on the flank, and now a great connection from the biggest area. He can just entertain them, but he's actually going for more, and you can't blame him. A shutdown there from Payne Gaming as they equalize in overtime. And there we go. Timeout immediately hit. The big red button has been pressed.
That was such a nice setup. Absolutely merciless downstairs, and a great response after a strong round from the Mongols as well. They will remind them that nothing is free. We won't even allow momentum, will paiN. That was such a sick frag. And a combo of his teammate moving through the vents after throwing the smoke from the right, emerging from the left, playing off of his teammate. Lovely stuff. Good detail from paiN. 3 AKs on the CT sides.
Well, big fast movement here into lobby from the CTs. Gives them all the info there, James. That's a good start for paiN.
Yeah, I don't know how Mongols respond to this. Because, you know, it ruins your timing if you, in terms of trying to, if we go back to the first half when paiN were T-side, they threw utility towards ramp to pull a player off of A, then executed on A immediately. It's difficult to do things like that when a CT side take lobby.
Whoa.
Z being dropped though is pretty good.
Lucky to be alive. That AWP shot not connecting is a big win for the Mongols here, maintaining the 5v4. Interesting positioning though here from the CTs. They still have a lot to work with. Brilliant catch there, timing-wise from VSM. 30 seconds. The Mongols have to start to get a move on. They're going to challenge the AWP once again.
Where does he go, Pyria? Oh, he's got quick scope mode! Being barbecued, he may not survive. One way or another, he won't. Down to a 2-on-2. That second frag will be so important for paiN's chances at securing this round. Cobra ready and waiting. 9-10, loses the duel. Rare I say that, but VSM is a big clutcher and he is ready on this occasion. Neck and neck between these squads. It is paiN who take that crucial lead round at halftime.
Really big round. The CT side was so tricky for them as well. I mean, to be honest, it's bad to say that. Both halves have been tricky for both teams in this game. Very nice from Pyria. He missed the first of his AWP shots as well before hitting those two must-hit connections. As you say, paiN with the edge here going into overtime. 2 more rounds and they can walk away with Nuke in the bag in this series and a hope to get a 2-0 should they win Mirage as well.
Nice hold from Cobra. Mongols quietly creeping outside. It's a strong early 5-on-4 for Mongols. paiN are creeping outside. Back in the room. Oh, man. Snow, honestly, is just playing so good. How are you ready for an off angle like that? so well match these squads, these players. Minutes on the clock. And paiN are focused on the B bomb side. Bomb carrier NQZ loses his duel to Zeno, down to 17, but Snow will trade. Snow again, keeping his team in the fight.
He'll be able to plant safely as well. So Decisive looking to hold on to the position. Techno still relatively healthy, half health for him. Blitz caught unawares, and this now makes it a very tricky situation for Techno. And who else but Snow to finish the round for Payne Gaming. And now they just need one of these 2 remaining rounds in this half, and they are going to bag Nuke against the Mongols.
It's a huge round. That is a huge round. Again, this is the pick of paiN. Timeout from paiN as they refocus on the mission still yet to be completed, which is to secure their pick of Nuke. This is a very dangerous team.
Again, as a reminder, paiN in their final match to qualify to this stage, they 2-0'd G2 with the final map being a victory over D2 on Mirage, so which is the next map. So a lot to look forward to here, regardless as to who is the winner of this one. But on the outside rather quickly here is Payne Gaming looking to run down the CT side. 9-10 gonna have to reposition. He's gonna lose his teammate outside. Blitz goes down, and it's a 4v4.
Racing downstairs are paiN. Cobra pops out. Doesn't get enough though. Race is on now, and Zeno desperately getting into position. Hasn't been spotted just yet, but look how fast the trade is. It's almost immediate. 9-10 posted up. NQZ on the floor now. And they're down to a 2-on-2. Minute 10 on the clock. Snow trying to escape, but the nade will deny him. It'll expose him. And 9-10 will do what needs to be done. That leaves Pyria. 1 versus 2 with all the time in the world. Not sure if he gave any sound cues before Snow was dropped there. Mongols were a little further away. And that will be that. 1 test passed for Mongols. They stay standing. 1 more to go.
Very, very close situation there for sure. I like the fast pace on the outside from Payne Gaming here. That definitely was, getting a 4v4 is always a good thing on the T side. Let's see if they look to use a similar pace or if they'll switch things up a little bit. More lobby ramp focused on the default here. NQZ posted. Looking for peak. Limited outside presence from paiN this time, as NQZ is making sure there's no close CTs on that hub position. Mongols not giving very much right now.
And no early picks for either side this time. So there is presence in secret. I wouldn't go as far as to say it is taken, because paiN do not know what is at the bottom of those stairs just yet. And it seems it will be one of their later ones. Again, let's not forget that T side. They are able to manipulate rotations of these CTs. So what is the play going to be this time? 35 seconds. Squeaky is open. They could make a play towards ramp, considering they've got somebody in secret. But they could also send it towards A. So how do you position yourself if you are the Mongols? They don't have enough info. That's the scary part about this. 20 seconds. And Blitz and Techno have been cleared out. 910's got such a good angle though. MZino's fighting back as well. Multi-frag for him. Still posting up angles on Squeaky. 10 seconds. 910 just not allowing that bomb onto the bomb site, and they force a second overtime.
Another overtime here to figure out who's going to take this map in this series. I mean, this is like the day of overtimes, surely. I mean, how many are we going to be treated to here, James? It's going to be a wild ride. I can already tell.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what the deciding factor will be on this map between these squads. Again, that's not an easy thing to deal with. Having control of Secret, Squeaky's blown off. You could try and split the B bomb site. You could send it in towards A. How do you position your troops if you are Mongols in that scenario? Speaking of position, that's very nice from Techno. Importantly for paiN though, they still have presence in Secret. They need that threat. Oh, how did he? Okay, must be landing inaccuracy for NQZ. He's just too fast for his own good.
That's 2 kills that have slipped away from Payne Gaming outside. Frustrating. Much slower round from them as well. A minute left and they don't have any ground really just yet, except some position towards Secret. Snow, the late lurk. He could turn this entire round on its head.
He knows someone's up there.
Trying to buy time.
Yeah, you heard the footsteps up in heaven, so they've got warning. But the bomb has been lost! Blitz. Oh, Snow's got to do so much now. 1, 2, 3! All right then. MZino suddenly in a 1 versus 2. We've got the AWP jumping around and Squeaky. Oh, and Snow's grated! What a back and forth! What a back and forth! He just tagged him enough to send him to his demise, bro.
What a crazy situation, because they were holding, they were waiting because they wanted Snow to get activated on that lurk, but it was just a little bit too slow, and you got those players pushing through lobby, taking down players for free. It was a very good couple kills from Snow, but oh no. Heartbreaking initial round there for paiN. And let's not forget too, they had a couple frags outside that seemed possible for them that sort of slipped away. And so just a very frustrating first round as the second overtime. That gives Mongols the edge as we move forwards.
What a turnaround to even get that far for paiN. That was, these rounds are awesome. Like, as a spectator, these rounds are fantastic. And again, there's no slacking on paiN. Their frags are pretty much average across the board. Equal contributions. 910 is heading towards the 30 bomb on the other side. And again, he was clearly not the man to be dueling with. And he has no doubt more work to do. Techno with a really good forward position in the previous round. You can see Snow checking this time. That's exactly where Techno was. They don't want to make that mistake twice.
paiN, not sure what's going on right now with the CT setup, and vice versa. There's been very little info exchanged. 910 keeps his watchful eye on ramp, but just as he leaves, that might be the moment here. Well, he's going to take down Snow outside, but now the ramp room has been breached by the T side. Payne Gaming all over it, but they've got more to do. They've still got to make their way to a bomb site. They're not there just yet.
They've got no util. They've got no way to smoke off this position. Blitz moving through now. His timing is unfortunate for him. NQZ spots the rotation. He was holding the vent. He's holding the vent no more. Doors are blown off. 9-10 still wielding the AWP. Techno with a big swing there. 3-on-3, clock is ticking. Decisive tagged to 1 HP. Spotting Cole. Oh my god, they're just flying out of nowhere. NQZ in the clutch now. Not on this occasion. I feel like paiN maybe caused 9-10's rotation off of the ramp based on what they're doing elsewhere, but he just runs towards the window and drops one of the players outside. He's like, cool, there's action elsewhere. Let me go find that action.
Yeah. And it does feel like Payne Gaming have sort of lost the rhythm a little bit of these T rounds. The Mongols, though, obviously looking really sharp. Payne needs to really get at least 1 round in this half, otherwise it's going to be very much a nail biter on the second half of the second overtime for them. And looking to turn up the pace here. A lot of util dumped upper. Some attention from Techno on that door position.
Oh!
And he is going to absolutely snap Piria's neck there with the AK. Whoa, great trade from Big Zera. And that will bring it down to a 4 versus 4 with 1.5 minutes left.
Is he scoping with the HE? I think it might have been heard. 9-10 is unstoppable. That's 30. Not expecting the second AWP. That will be it for this half. It's a solid one for Mongols.
Did paiN run out of gas? At least on the T side. That's the question here. That was such a great kill from Techno. But this is the thing too on overtime. You know, as you were saying, the overtime dynamics can get kind of weird in terms of, okay, we've kind of run everything, and you know, what do we do now? Like, what's been working? And to be honest, so many rounds have been very odd. But you know, I'll hold that thought. We've got Cobra Zero making his way straight into the hut, and Snow was really wanting to get into main there, forced to play the CT vent.
Oh, he's so sharp. The numbers are here to trade. Snow somehow squeezes a second frag out of that, and NQZ's rotation is perfect. Scoped in. He knows there's more. He seeks. He finds. Oh, that's beautiful from NQZ. So good on the bomb site. So urgent. He is playing great.
That's a highlight right there for NQZ. Massive 3K. Like, I love that the player, the second kill in main was just, you know, he wasn't looking for that player. He knows he's dancing with somebody like right next to him, but he sees, he kills. Okay. We got some energy back in the paiN camp perhaps after that one. Can they do it 2 more times though? Double up. VSM's picked it up again. And Piria's in lobby.
And Zeno not wanting to give this one up. The pre-fires back and forth through the wall though. He'll catch him. Always a bit of nostalgia when it's a wallbang on nuke. How important will that duel be?
Yeah. That's definitely one where I think Pairia, well, again, hold that thought. We got Snow, who's in a pretty strong position here. Obviously, they're going to be looking for him. Surely the cover. Yep, Memzinio's on it. And Blitz, is he looking deep enough? No, NQZ all the way back there towards CT. Can he get out of this position, though, to help his teammates? Because Zera's going to be on his own here, holding against 2. Very important duels. They spotted him now. I think everyone's been spotted. NQZ with another outside. This one would be huge here for Big Zero. Just one. He's going to fall back, but just bringing them into VSM's crosshair. But in the back from that comes Techno. It's all a game of timing here as NQZ walks outside. Can Techno? Okay, there we go. It's a freebie. And now suddenly out of position. Big Zera still nails the kill. And it's a 2 versus 2 now. 20 seconds for the bomb to go down. Which way do they go?
NQZ still waiting up top. Big Zera. They are collapsing on his position. He's still standing. And now it's the AWP versus the AWP. Although NQZ's pulled out the M4.
Bomb has been planted.
He's on his way over. The door is open. And he's going to find him. paiN survive. I can't believe it. When Snow got dropped on Secret, I thought that was a wrap. But here we are. They are finding a way.
Yeah.
These teams are so well matched.
I think something that's interesting about this round too is that this duel with Pyria, that's one of those spots I think where you're just like, I like want to get this kill more so than, you know, because you take the fight that like the third like hold there, you're really at a big disadvantage and like the risk to die is suddenly very high. Whereas when in the first initial engagement, he had the drop on his opponent. And so I think that's where the problem is. He doesn't get the kill there. And then you're in a spot where you're thinking, man, I like should have gotten that. And you overcommit into that fight and then just die. It's like a common leak that players have sometimes, and it can happen to anyone. But it's great that paiN were able to still clutch it up, like big as Zero with some really important duels there on the lower site. This is a crazy one, James, because I kind of thought that paiN had run out of steam after this first half. But on the CT side, they just need one more.
Both teams might be saying one more round, boys. Very sneaky. Look at distraction being run as well. It's so well done by Mongols. Someone spraying through the smoke. Look at me, look at me. Blitz emerges. How much will they throw at this? Everybody's still standing for paiN. Lovely distraction play there from Mongols. Good map control now. Players towards B. Outside is very compromised. How do paiN respond to this?
Yeah, Snow and NQZ extremely low. These forward positions, the T's creeping everywhere. This is a huge, huge problem for paiN. This does not look good right now. And the Mongols are taking full advantage. Look at all this space they're getting for absolute free. This puts VSM in a position where he has to deliver a really huge multi-kill.
Dancing on the ladder. Snow's been heard. Oh, the timing. So good. But what do I expect VSM here? How much can he get from this? Oh, so sick. But how long can he stay alive for? His reinforcements need to come quickly. He is behind enemy lines. Teammates are dropping, as will VSM. So close and yet so far, as the Mongols will finally close out the first map of the series. Overtime separates these squads. Mongols with budget. So it's back to me. So now I'll do the intro. Welcome back. Looking at the faces of paiN at the end of that game, you could see that they felt like they really should have won that game of Nuke. And I mean, yes, they're playing a very capable team, but they're very good at Nuke paiN. And it was, you know, they would have had chances, more than one, to win that round. And now look at the odds. They are considerably worse for them. That was such an entertaining game of Nuke, though. I was enthralled by the action that we saw there. And I would love for Mirage to be just as close. Now, we've seen some strong performances from paiN, overcoming odds on Mirage already in this past week. Again, we saw some great looks from them in the 2-0 versus G2. 16-12 on Mirage over G2. To complete the 2-0, 16-14 on an Inferno. Yes, that was in CS2. How many frags is the bait good for? It's good for 2 and the bomb. NQZ with a third, leaving Techno with oh so much to do. 1v5. Pyria, VSM, and NQZ might get that cheap helmet. NQZ still 100 HP. That has changed now. But my word, he got a lot out of that. So again, it's always worth looking at who is untouched with Kevlar at the end of the round, because it normally means they can pick up a rifle, especially if they have got a frag. They'll be good to go. So we see, if you exclude the FAMAS, we've got 3 rifles straight out of the gates.
Here we are then. Mob is coming. It's just slow. PKR, they make a lot of money. Oh, no. Okay, this is looking bad. Looking very bad. Bomb is going to go down. They get a kill. Very, very nice. But it was the MP9, so, you know, it's the most givable weapon. Whatever that means. Still dangerous, though, with these pistols with the Mongols. Always dangerous. 3 versus 3. Here we are with good timing there from CT. And finally, the round will be wrangled back to paiN's side, and they'll convert. So, I mean, 2 kills and a bomb down. That's the ideal result, pretty much, for the Mongols.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Whoa, VSM doesn't look as happy today.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I don't like it.
I mean, you could see his smile died at the end of the last game when it was GG. Because that was, I think for them, that was a win all day. You know? That was, they should be always winning that. But that wasn't to be. Even against a team such as Mongols. You can see the disappointment in letting that one go. Which is good to see. It matters, you know? It's not okay.
Yeah, no. VSM must be rejuvenated. I feel like his energy is important.
Well,
like my day's worse. My day's worse now.
Snow's been very animated for the squad when they win rounds as well. I think he will be able to raise the energy when needed. So, but you know, it's early. And I think perhaps they can't help but be concerned that against a formidable opponent, like a top 10 opponent, you can't let your map slide like that. Your best map being taken away from you is a problem.
Curious what this map will yield based on, again, just what we saw from paiN against G2. Winning that in overtime. It was overtime, right?
Yeah?
I think it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course it was. Of course it was then.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
I feel like being slouched in your chair like that is going to make you tired. And your response time will be slower. Let's see if it makes a difference, because they were very snappy on that first map. A 30 bomb for 9-10 in map 1. 33 for 23 he was. Both the Orpas having a good time. NQZ 28 for 25. Top fraggers for their respective squads. Interesting cam angle.
We love tech pauses.
Yes.
Oh. Mongols are having a ping issue, apparently.
Still got the warm coats out.
We need to find
Spring
the
is
routing.
on the way.
Well, I'm in Texas, so the seasons kind of don't work the same here. It's like either it's really hot or really cold.
So what is it now? Really cold?
No, it's warming up. It's warming up. It's warming up.
Yeah, it's intermittent here in London. We had a warm day yesterday, and today it's a little bit cold. My my little corner of the world is by the window, and I can
In a
feel it.
jail.
In jail?
Your corner of the world. You kind of make it sound like you got this little room. That's it.
It's my little man corner.
Your man corner. Okay.
Yeah, some people have man
You have other
caves.
corners available to you,
I don't have a man cave yet, just a man corner. That'll do for now. I've got my PC, I've got my drone stuff. I haven't pulled out the drones for a long time, but I think I'll be pulling the drones out soon. And then my Olympic pistol stuff and an RPG on the floor. And a Pelly case.
So is this RPG functional?
No, it has a deactivation certificate. There's no world where I would have an RPG I could actually use.
Could you?
In the UK?
Could you make it usable?
That's not something I've looked into. I wouldn't know how to do that, Dan. But I also have I also have a dummy warhead as well, which is
right. Could you make that usable?
But the thing is, like, I have this flashbang on my desk, and if you picked it up, like, it's a real metal flashbang. So, which makes me wonder, like, if I pull the pins, what happens?
Oh.
Maybe nothing. Maybe something.
So you're not sure if it's actually.
It's because you
authentic.
Like, it was this I bought from eBay. But it was. I just thought it would be cool because it looks exactly the same as the flash in the game. So I thought, oh, that's great. What a little thing to have on my desk. But you expect it to be plastic or like Etsy tier or something. But no, it feels like a real one. Maybe they're heavier. Who knows? Anyway, we are back into the action. This is a buy round for both squads. The AKs are out. Mongols with a complete focus on A. As they hear this utility being dumped in mid, does this speed things up here? Are they expecting the CTs to be somewhat out of position to defend this? A with smokes execute. The classic, the vintage.
And this is cool for paiN because they've got retake positions anyway. They do need to get ticket control, but then once they have that, they can just do the counter, or rather the retake CT utility. Because this start of the round, they've still got all the util to throw. Because area with the key incendiary, but Cobra is going to go forward. This is really important. You've got to hit them, hit the CTs before they get set up. Perfect timing from the Mongols. They know how to do it. And I mean, the round's over now, basically. I mean, it would take just a few mistakes from the Mongols at this point. So well played.
Yeah, the second wave of smoke grenades is really cool as well. Util. And more util, and just punishing play from Mongols. Yeah, I think the emotions we see on paiN tell a story of concern, as they should have, of course. In this scenario. So, at Cluj-Napoca, the Mongols versus paiN. On the 14th of February was a 13-1 for Mongols.
Okay.
When they played in the middle
better
of
than that.
When they played in the middle of last year, it was 13-5 for Mongols. So the history is bad.
But it could become good.
Could become good. Or it could remain bad.
I guess that's how things work. So we've got some ping issues still, it seems. That's why we've gone back to tech pause time. Really, what we should have is the GoldenEye music when we go into like the pause like this.
GoldenEye 64 is one of those things where I feel like in that era of running around with a control pad, if I went back to that now, I guess if you went back with your mates, it would probably still be fun. Playing facility with proximity mines, but maybe that nostalgia, I don't know. It's always a gamble if you go back and it's like, it doesn't hold up. I think maybe it would, with the right people. With the mandem.
Yeah.
It would. So I told you earlier, I was writing an email to Valve about this random, probably useless idea I have So it reads, is it possible to track how long a firearm has been carried from round to round and how many times it has changed hands at the end of a round, i.e. from T side to CTs, you know, the hands of the enemy, if you will? Might be interesting, might not be. Ho ho.
Okay, looks like we're going to swap over to the A stream for Mouse Heroic whilst we sort out this tech issue.
Okay, that's good. I got me. I think you might be right though. That's pretty much the game, I think.
Yeah, it is.
You throw that kind of round away, the morale's gone.
Everyone's upset.
No one's saying nice try.
Cruising. Yeah. To be fair. All right, let's take a look here. Stand in front of the trash can. You're going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You're going to release the smoke. It's going to land over towards the window. No, he's missed it. He's out. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was...
But is it just to walk X-Cloud in through lower? Maybe,
yes.
maybe.
We've been doing this for a decade now, pretending players missing smokes is all part of the plan.
Oh, Furia, they never get the wall outside.
It's all part of the game.
If you can land there, you can land a window smoke. I can land a window smoke.
What about a door smoke?
Yeah,
Ooh.
now.
Got him now.
I'm not paid $1 million a year to
that's fair.
throw it.
I didn't mean the Dust 2 one. It was a throwback to the windows and doors.
Oh,
Sorry, Harry.
right.
I wasn't having a dig. I wasn't.
Dust 2 one was on the tip of
It was just a happy coincidence.
Yeah,
That worked out.
I promise it wasn't a
That's
dig.
all anyone was thinking about.
Just a happy little accident.
Well, Forestation in this round. Heroic getting unrooted or uprooted.
You're not checking this. He's a short player.
Spink
Not
Spicy
clearing this.
sat under Balk.
You're never clearing this.
Oh, guys, yeah, he's clear, mate.
You've never even thought about clearing
Bomb
this.
the bomb, man.
Not a
This is the force buy as well, huh? Oh no, partial. Okay.
there still is map.
Yeah.
Can't win them all, I suppose.
Well, the 1v1's
And they win the
off,
third?
1v1's off. Nah, they can't win Inferno. 1v1's off the table.
The series.
Well, yeah.
Calling the series before the map 2 is over.
Yeah, I am.
This guy knows.
It's just the truth. Just truth.
Didn't think I could handle it.
Ken Oath.
I think they're cooking in this round.
I'm going to get to the mailbag if they lose this one, Harry. So,
Okay.
We're back. The game is resuming. We are good to go. Let's see if the players remain so as well. A force buy from paiN. Oh my word. Well, I did ask for more scout action, and more scout action I'm being delivered. We saw some great scout action from Snappy a few days ago. And now we see some nasty work here from NQZ also. Seems that this anti-force buy round is not going very well for Mongols.
Wow. Ooh. Okay, that's a nice shot, but the bomb is lost. He's got to go get the bomb. That's not going to be very easy, though.
Have you seen that film All Is Lost, where the dude's on a boat?
No.
You know what? I'm not sure if I've seen this or not.
Okay.
Isn't that weird? I just...
Yeah.
Over a
you go.
period of time, I just completely forget if I've, like, everything about a film, so I get to, like, kind of watch it again.
But were you asking me so that I could tell you about the film?
Because I always think, like, of that when...
You know it, or?
I always think of All Is Lost, just the title of the movie, and, like, the guys on, you know, on the boats. I've just got him in my mind, on the boats. Like a freeze frame.
Okay.
Like a movie poster. That's it.
Well, sorry I couldn't help you with this. It's good rounds from paiN to take that early to try to just move momentum towards their camp instead on the CT side and break the eco of the Mongols. But they still got some money. We'll see what they are going to do with it. So it looks like we have a bomb making its way through to the B apartments here for now. Decent, in fact, quite a lot of util on the T's here as well, so they can really toy with the CTs. Initial CT T smokes in mid. Gain position, great pressure there. So just a default now, and paiN need to hold their nerve in this one. They've got to make sure they don't give opportunities for picks. That's what the Mongols are looking for. But now the Mongols moving back to the B apartments here, James.
He's chafing the graffiti. Graffiti's just a little further back. He is chafing. DSM could be in some trouble because he needs to support the bomb site. But Blitz is creeping around the corner. Pyria doing the best he can. Cannot stay alive. Reinforcements are here though, and VSM has heard, but he can't do anything about that short lurk. 3 on 3 now. 3 on 4 rather. Made 3. But 9-10 is still fragging like an absolute demon. Doesn't matter if it's a Galil. Snow's got a kit. He's got an AK. He's having a look at it. He needs to be given something, surely, before he goes through the door or the window. I think he's heard the flank. Still not fancying it versus 2. So he will hide in plain sight. So the back and forth continues. We had, like, Nuke was just back and forth between these squads, fighting tooth and nail for the whole map. And it seems that Mirage might be going that way as well, which means good things for the viewer.
Yeah, that was an interesting round too, because the CT defense actually looked really good. Like the setup, they didn't manage to make the kills happen in the ways that they needed to. Because obviously we get Pyria here, who only gets 1 with the spray through the smoke. So we see him shooting now from the top of the van, and then he puts all of his bullets into that. So it's very unlucky. Like 2 players, like super weak for the T side. So I think it feels just a little unlucky for paiN not to get a bit more out of that. But like you say, the back and forth seems iconic now in this series here today. Ooh, Pyria down to 24. Good nades from the Mongols.
Almost a second there for Snow. His teammate desperately trying to trade, but the smoke is just too wide, too fat, it's too high.
9-10 looking for an opportunity from Palace. He's, oh, there it is. He was waiting for this. All that chaos in mid really gave him some open space to work with.
Oh, his gun is out. No assumptions made. That is so important.
Oh, that would have been so epic. That would have been so fun to see what would have happened.
There just aren't too
nice
many
cleanup
gaps
there from
in the game for Mongols, you know, to just it's so hard to catch them slipping, you know. They just don't give you the opportunity. Very easy to pull your knife out there. But Mongols know better than to do that.
Techno's patrolling all the dropped weapons in mid. That could be an objective for Pyria. And he's going to be going down there, so you can kind of chance maybe an AK or something. That would be a pretty awesome thing to collect. I don't know if there's an AK down here, though. We'll see. We can find something. There's the AK.
Oh, he's dead, man. About 24 HP. Maybe. And again. Oh.
Ooh. Has he done it? I'll have to find out.
We were denied.
We'll wait and see.
Will it kill?
We'll wait to see if he got the AK, because that would be really cool.
He's got it!
Yeah. There's so much suspense. I was like, come on, I want to see.
Oh, man.
Oh, look at this. That's a great boost. I like that. Oh my god, he got destroyed.
No one else has Kevlar. I do not expect this AK to survive. So Mongols should be good to take the lead here. Oh, Snow. Hold on a second. We've got a 3-on-3.
Bomb's down.
Snow gave no clue about that swing. He just ran up there and did what he needed to do. They've got no Kevlar. What's happening?
They don't know where the bomb is, that it's lost. 9-10. I mean, can he get the drop on both of these kills? What kind of Counter-Strike timing are we going to see here? This is looking ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Snow turns, but there's still 2 players though. Another bomb has been spotted. Ridiculous. Biggest Zero is looking for a quad kill here.
Oh, basically peeks in the molly. It's 9-10 as the last man. That's worst case scenario for paiN. Now, which door does he pick?
Is VSM reading this? Oh my god, he's going to hear the running.
There's no time. It's so free. It should be so free. Oh, he's bomb out. He's bomb out. That is not a round they should be losing.
I don't know if you saw MZ, sorry, 9-10's camera there, but he's just like, come on, man. Like, why is he there? He did not respect your fake. Or I don't know, he did. Wait, I'm confused now. But this was a sick highlight from Bigger Zero. What a round this is. This is just a series. It just delivers so much of this. Whatever this is, whatever you call it. Nails be biting.
Yeah, that's like the most common thing you see on these player cams is nail biting, I think. But again, paiN digging deep for a round such as that. Again, a very big victory in my opinion versus G2 yesterday on Mirage. Many a comeback, and that is a great way to claw your way back in. And again, both teams are bringing heavy artillery to this one. I'll say again, I mean, there was an AK last round for paiN. Now NQZ's got his AWP again. The way Snow just ran up mid with a USP, he knows the guy's behind the boxes, and he just ran up mid and then just wide swung him with a USP and won the duel is crazy. You just don't see that.
Timing. Oh, that's... okay, he got one at least. Everyone turned away. Here he is on the side by himself. He's already a little bit low here. In the smoke. How long can he hold on? Techno needs him dead immediately. The bomb, it is on catwalk. Mzinho's currently holding it. Furia is eventually going to die. But enough time has been bought for his teammates to post up. AWP ready to go from NQZ. He's going to make it to the door. Okay. Both players spotted now. Oof. This is now getting a little awkward. They can reset the position, these teams. Snow goes straight through the window. That's very, very bold. And he's going to get taken down now. The HE is going to do a lick of damage to Techno. But now NQZ's AWP is on the line. Does he proceed? The money is not there to rebuy this. Smoke for cover. Mzinho around the corner. And it's an off angle of off angles. Mzinho takes NQZ out, and that is a disaster round from Payne Gaming.
Now they know how it feels. On this map at the very least.
Ooh. It's a nice flick shot.
Furia with the scout. And NQZ with the M4. That's interesting. Maybe spawn base. Men with a plan. They have done more with less. Blitz looking for the trade fraggers. Where's the surprise coming from? ESM not showing fully just yet. Big Zero just fishing. I'm a 5.7 fan. Feels very plastic IRL. Polymer gun, I think.
Oh.
And here we go again.
Huge 2K. NQZ's back out of action as well. It's 3 versus 2. It's just every time. How many times this series? Mzinho 1v3. He's been in this position before in this exact type of round, and he's going to go down to the scouts. James, what the hell is this?
This is wild. Furio showing, I mean, those are 2 swift tags with the scouts as well. He's not messing about with that. Lots of surprises in this series. This is great. This is just like every single round, every situation is unpredictable.
Oh, it's a good spot for paiN though. If the Mongols can't do it themselves to paiN in this round, this is a really good spot to kind of take over the half and get that momentum going. So we'll see if paiN can like make good of that opportunity here. Because Eric, good timing on that. Doesn't get the kill though, but some damage at least onto Blitz. As the Mongols try to work the rest of the map. Some more chip damage coming on through from the HE. And the Mongols largely denied some of these early access points.
Might be where the CT stabilize. And we actually see an eco. Securing.
Niche so far.
Yeah, they're securing the round. They are. paiN. I don't know if we've seen more than 1 eco rounds so far. But either way, that is the force buy finally failed. It's a consecutive round you're looking for. No bomb plants. Good timing.
Wow. So a very nice kill from NQZ. I think that's the highlight of that round for me. And once again, we're going to get everything spent for the Mongols. See if they can make good at the Tech 9. So they're going to hit the A site. And Snow's going to be around the dark ladder position / palace. So he's going to be the player that can get the most isolated. See what damage he can do.
Oh. Tech 9's abound. Tech 9's are streaming in. And maybe it'll be a stream of tears. Oh, it's just down to, he's got an AWP. He's got an AWP. Down to the 1 versus 2. He's got the AWP. And there's a minute 15 on the clock. Collect the bomb urgently. Is that rotation heard? 3 HP and a dream. Top fragger for his squad on this map so far. Mzino with an AWP versus what remains of paiN. Eco round. Bah!
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb's been planted. So close, but not close enough this time. So much
Achievement
fun.
unlocked. Win against pistols.
And it's half time. There's one round left of all this chaos.
Yeah. Actually, kind of crazy because it goes 4 versus 3 in favor of the T side there in the first 15 seconds of that push. So big turnaround from paiN, and they could potentially get an 8-4 finish. I mean, this is a potentially very strong CT side for them. And again, it's going to be another A hit from the Mongols.
Always worth noting if the short player's got any flashes. On this occasion, he doesn't. But if he did, then he can jump throw them above the bench position to help his team fight at the same time. All right, Snow's the initial engager, but it's just 1 for 1. Space taken by Mongols. They look to plant the bomb. Big Azira will always collect a second, but the flash just confuses him enough. 3 on 3 now. Pyria is holding on to full utils. 2 AWPs on the retake. Pyria waiting for the smokes to go. VSM is long gone now, so it's 2 AWPs versus what remains of Mongols.
Area. He knows Cobra's right next to him. He's got to go for this one. Oh, there it is. A 7-5 finish for paiN. Still a good CT half from them. We'll see if they can convert and bring us to a third mapper after the break.
What a crazy game. What a crazy series. Will the second half be just as crazy? Again, I have not for a long time seen a game where round to round there is so much unpredictability as we are seeing here, but it is thoroughly enjoyable. But for the players, it might be stressful. Not for him, but perhaps for some others. Again, it is paiN who have lost their pick of nuke, who are fighting for a third and deciding map of Inferno. Big odds for them, as Mongols are a heavy favorite now. Very tough test, but the test continues.
Cobra Zero called by the setup from paiN to give them an early advantage. paiN have a couple Molotovs and a couple smoke bangs. Ooh. Do you have a smoke bang, James?
I am not going to
Last
ask what that is.
Well, the push comes through, and look at the denial. Couple openers from the CT side, but straight back. A good movement there from Pyria. He's actually creating a lot of problems towards A. However, paiN still don't know if the B site is safe just yet. Pyria gets confirmation on one player, but where is the last player? Is Techno on B? Is he on A? They've got to make a good calculated guess. They're going towards Techno.
he's found his jewel, but he will lose it. So paiN are in a very good position now. Let's see what the CTs choose to do. They've got to pick carefully because there isn't much further for paiN to grow before they break through the ceiling. So it is going to be the full force from Mongols. See if they can slow them down. What do you reckon, Dan?
Well, given how the series is going, I'm kind of favoring the Mongols here. I don't know what to say, but they're moving up mid, looking for some of those close range engagements with the SMGs. And in the meantime, there might be a really solid timing. They just have to get past this 5-7.
Oh, the pre-fire as well. Maybe not enough checking, but will they get onto the bomb site? Because they're stuck in an awkward choke point. At the moment, they're lining up for the UMP. The Deagle will help as well. Nothing is guaranteed in this series. Oh, NQZ so close to the head. He will find it eventually. 2-1-2, 7 HP for MZino, 20 HP for NQZ. The bomb is on the bomb site. That is the difference maker in this scenario. They need to go where that is.
Yeah, it's really interesting because so there's a bunch of plays NQZ could make, but right now Biggest Area has to maintain the noise here, and then NQZ could either go up cat or like just do a pause and re-hit with Biggest Area after some silence. But he's going like the longest way around for the craziest flank. He's going all the way, and oh, that's a good pick as well by Biggest Area. And now it's just MZino with 7 HP.
He has got to be sweating bullets. He knows what might be happening. Has he played a clock? Do they have time to check the whole bomb site? I suppose he could be shorts. I suppose he could be Van. And he could also be here. He sees the barrel of the gun. He's pre-firing. 14 seconds. You've got to win by elimination. The MAC-10 versus the MP9. SMG party. And MZino does it in the 1 versus 2. My words.
He dodged every bullet. How is he alive? He had 7 HP. This series, man. See, you asked me, what do you expect, Dan? Is what you said, and then I was like, ah.
What voice is that?
That's what you sound like.
Oh.
Obviously. There we go.
Make me sound like a pensioner. Like wobbling down to, pick up some bread on a Sunday morning or something.
What kind of bread would you be picking up?
What, as a pensioner?
You probably have a pretty specific choice.
Oh, I mean, it depends on where I'm at being a pensioner, I suppose. Brioche loaf.
No.
Brioche loaf. I've recently discovered brioche
with the rum
loaf.
in it. You like those cakes with the rum in them?
No, I mean normal daily breads. Daily bread doesn't have rum. What are you talking about? Kind of. You are in. I
forget what that thing's called.
Things are weird over there.
No, there's a sorry here, but we'll go back into the game for the moment. 9-10's on the AWP, but that's always a very promising sign for the Mongols. I got to search up this thing I'm thinking of.
Still can't believe he's won that clutch. Sounds so good. You just mangle him in the face and they are helmetless. Beautiful transfer. Highly neutered rounds. Look at that. Everybody standing for one team at the end of the round. Don't know when that last happened. Well, there was that one round on Nuke where everyone had 500 HP, 100 HP. Go on then.
Panatoni.
Panatoni's a good shout, but if you ate that every day, you'd probably die of a heart attack. It's a once in a while thing. But I mean, butter.
You bought one of those ones. It had rum inside of it.
Oh yeah, possibly.
You're like, here, eat this.
Yeah, I bring you the good stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Everybody should be introduced to panettone, and like pistachio gelato is another one as well.
Okay, well, we're about to get tied up here in this series.
You going to commentate the Glock round then? Is that what you're going to do?
Well, I was kind of wrapping it up. I was kind of like setting the stage. Now we're out of the Glock rounds. You know, it's all tied up. Everyone has money. And, you know.
All that jazz.
Yeah.
And all that jazz.
Mate.
paiN's on the AWP. Let's see how impactful he could be on Mirage. Look at the aggression. You know, sends you out there playing for different teams. It's like the aggression just runs through the whole squad. Just completely relentless. paiN mega hungry. Looking for action wherever it will come from. There's still a smoke up on the ramp. Certainly compromise his position. Zeno playing nasty angles in the Palace. That leaves 3 players for paiN, but we've seen clutches from them before. We've seen him do unlikely rounds. Now the bomb carrier is heading into Palace, where 2 of his teammates have died. VSM doing what VSM does. May have been seen going back in the hole on a kill cam. Was a quick turnaround. And again, Bigger Zero fell back a bit, but goes towards Palace once more.
The benefit for paiN is that his position is kind of ambiguous. They don't know where Bigger Zero is. So this is, and Bigger Zero has the bomb too. So it really does give an opportunity for there to be something possible here. The stars do need to align somewhat. Mzinho, despite being low, would, as soon as the bomb, he hears the buttons getting punched on the C4, it's going to be probably game over if that bomb is not planted in the correct spot. And so really eliminating all the positions. But how much time do they really even have for this? Here we go. Another nade connected, but Mzinho is straight out there. It's the round-winning play. Can't be planted now. Very well done.
Get out of there. Oh dear. Died after time. No money for you. That's an unfortunate one if you're paiN. That will keep the Mongols beyond close. They'll take the lead now. So it's a cold start to this half for paiN. But again, it's about the narrow victories here, making the difference. The clutch on B, changing the face of this game. And if paiN are to lose this, they may look back at how unfortunate that round was for them as the main difference maker. But for now, they have to forget about it, put their best foot forward. Trying to bait for information. paiN's getting more aggressive, but he's lost the AWP now. That could be collected. And it will be. Cobra Zero tagged. He needs to stay alive to buy rotation. He needs to be a point of attraction for this squad. Running low on the bullets as well, but his teammates have made it over here. That's a nasty tap on the last player. And there won't be much action. Lots of noise, but no frags, really, with that AWP.
Pretty scary. Really scary scenario there. 910 got like really baited into like going into a deeper position there. I love to see that. It's that's a fun one, but still though, stable CT side from the Mongols so far. 10-8. Just one major hiccup, and it's actually quite a calm half considering what we've had so far in this series. 910 moving position. Might catch the lurk in the Palace. That's Pyria. All about the timing though. And this mid-aggression first from the paiN side. Great opening pick there from VSM. No trade for Mzinho though. Now Pyria starts to move, and 910's going to catch this. Nothing is taking 910's attention away from this position. In fact, he's really looking for it. Oh, you love to see the no scope.
It's so instant. He's like no scope flicking. So instant. The patience from both squads, but as you rightfully pointed out, There was nothing to pull his attention, to draw his attention away elsewhere. There was no challenge. And that's an unfortunate surprise for paiN. And this is quite critical for them now, like already. Oh, that's such a good jump peek from Techno. HE lands on the wrong side though. 910's posted up, which might mean curtains for paiN. They've got some smokes, they've got a flash, and they've got Snow walking to his demise because of the off angle 910 is playing.
Yeah, that angle's pretty gross, I gotta say. And he's in the back. Do they hear the scoping? The timing just not with paiN this round. Just getting teased.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That should be okay. The bomb's there. I'm thinking with 10 seconds on the clock, firing a shot, you're risking losing the AWP. 910's got almost 11,000, but he won't get there in time, so he's all right. Calculated risk. That's 11 for Mongols. This is such a sick angle.
Yeah. Especially at that time of the round, because the T's kind of want to. I mean, actually, they had already been spotted, but usually, the T's are trying to keep the element surprised. They'll walk through angles, so you can take these really tight, shots like that, and be very reliable in hitting them. 11-8. It really feels like the game. Okay, so I was about to say it feels like the series is now finally running away from paiN, but that's how I felt about them at the end of regulation on Nuke, when they just got past that first overtime and they kind of looked dead, and then they just came back with just a breath of life. So we'll see if they got anything in the tank here. NQZ kept the orb, let's not forget. Where is he going to be posted up to begin with? So he's moving towards top mid. That's exactly where 910 is now.
Oh dear. It will be a nice pickup, avoiding most of the damage as well. Snow, we know he's very capable with AWP. I was about to say old school Brazilian with double orbs. Oh, it will continue. Purius picks it up. We saw him with the scouts earlier. But they're not lasting long in this round, are the team of Payne Gaming. Just nowhere to go. Keep trying to reposition, but Mongols seems to be everywhere with just 3 people. Well, with these frags, there's a lot of information for VSM, who remains. Can't quite connect the crosshair with the heads. And do you know what that music means?
What does it mean?
It means it's match points and more than one. Well, it doesn't mean that, but it means it's match points.
Yeah, things feel like very calm now, considering the chaos we've had for like most of the series. The storm is over. Has passed.
If they are to lose it, well, actually, we'll talk about that later. Cobra will disengage. He feels the threat. Don't need to go down early. Sometimes you just got to fall back. Flashes being used well at the moment, but can they head towards 910 without more heavy losses? Indeed they can. The trades will continue on the bomb site, but it's been cleared out now as MZeno tries to stop rotation. Techno, 1 versus 3. He's got 10k in the bank. His whole team can buy. Blitz is losing money by winning rounds, which means he has to go for it. So far, so good for Techno. He's got a kit. He's well equipped. He knows where one of these players are. HE over the smoke for the short position. Inviting the peak on the other side. Bigazira just standing in the smoke. This one might not be the one for Techno. Bigazira rounds the corner and they secure that one. paiN are capable of playing with their backs to the wall. We've seen this before. They can do this.
Yep. Mongols taking the time out. They want to shut this one down. You gotta not let these guys. You gotta just don't give it a chance if you can avoid it. They, just like you said, James, they've done it so many times already. I mean, against G2, it was kind of like a similar scenario actually. They ended up kind of coming back after kind of just disappearing, and just bringing it into overtime and then just winning. So there's always danger. Important trade there. Into the next round. Mongols just have to defend one time successfully and they'll be good to go. paiN have to win 3 times in a row. Much faster round, it looks like, towards the A site. Mzini is going close for this one. And he's going to get just a spray down. 2 kills there early here for the Mongol side. And there's no ground gained onto the site. Do we reset the round here if we're paiN? Do they want to just continue on?
Beautiful from Pyria. Space has been created. Cobra lurks. And he hears. It'll be a 2-man rotation over. That's a really good molly. We'll soften NQZ up. 3 AKs. It's making his way through Palace. Techno on the ramp. Cobra running distraction around the stairs. Great timing from Techno. 1 down. Not sure if he spotted Pyria. That's a great way to answer those. Some support flashes. Actually, there's no one to support now. He's on his own. He's got to pick some good timing, but on this occasion, he won't. It will be the 2-0 for Mongols. A strong back and forth on the first